6:02 a.m. It's time to get up, children. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw them do this a lot in Morocco. I like that. That is so nice. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My mom taught me that. Gratitude. Gratitude. It's a good foundation. If you're alive, fed, housed, clothed, safe, I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. We don't think of it like that. But a lot of people in the world can tell you that they don't have that. And instead of worrying about the rich people becoming richer, we need to worry about helping people get those basics. You have to worry about the bottom. You have to focus on helping those without. How you treat the least of mine is how you treat me. Isn't that Matthew 35? Something like that. I learned it when I was volunteering at a homeless center. Good people, awesome people, in a bad way, but as good and divine and deserving as you or me, or a billionaire. Um, yeah, putting my mother to bed when she had Alzheimer's, sometimes she would be getting in the bed saying, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I asked my son, who also put her to bed, I said, I don't know if she was thanking me, the warm bed, or God, or all of us, or. And my son said he didn't know either. But I think part of it was teaching us to be thankful, to have gratitude. She's an awesome woman. Uh, so just that idea of being kind of humble and thankful and grateful instead of covetous. I want, I have half a million, I'd really like a million. I have 2 million, I really want four. Uh, the desire, covetous, I like that word. I think it's descriptive, kind of poetic. Yeah, Macron, who's leading Paris or leading France and trying to raise the retirement age and probably cut some some programming programs for the less well off. You know, he's worth $75 million. It's just inexplicable and arrogant, and he doesn't see the arrogance of this $75 million guy or a lot of the Republicans. Trump liked to say he was a billionaire, but a lot of the Republicans are very wealthy multimillionaires, and they're wanting to cut back on entitlements at the same time cutting taxes for the rich and corporations, which are now basically at an all-time low. Um, and the inequality here is worse than any other industrialized country. We need to focus on the bottom, not the top. We've got to stop helping the top and help those at the bottom and destroy poverty. We're human beings in 2023. Do we want to get rid of poverty? Not really. If we did, it would be gone. We can get rid of it. We can create some nice, safe public housing. We can focus on jobs for people that are humane and pay enough to help them live a decent life. We can tax the top just like we did in a lot of the troubled times like World War II. And a lot, sometimes what it is if you make $10 million, well, your first million is probably taxed at 35%, but over that, maybe it's 55%. And during some wars, it was 75%. So, yeah, do you love your country? Do you love your money? Do you love your earth? That's the point of government and community and individuals. What do you love? What do we love as a people? love, actually. And you can't love money and live in a civilized place. That won't happen. That it will not be civilized. It will be madness, fighting for money, like animals. It won't be humans, or I guess you would say humans are animals, but it won't be the good kind of humans. It will be the bad kind that just walk over each other, really don't care about the divine in each of us. The divine is here in each of us. So yeah, let's recognize that and be thankful for that and protect that, connect to that. Gratitude doesn't mean unrealistic. I'm reading about the terrible storms in California right now, terrible flooding, and climate change isn't isn't creating all this weather. It's just making whatever weather there is worse. The heat and what's it called, where the heat and the cold meet, uh, creating worse storms, bigger tornadoes, bigger hurricanes, more flooding, more drought. There would already be floods and droughts, but it's making it worse. And in my little town in Fayetteville, Arkansas, 100,000 people, we continue to drive our cars, putting more and more CO2 into the air, contributing. We're in no hurry for mass transit. We're in no hurry for electric cars. And I understand where you might say, I don't have the money to buy a new car. And I spent a lot of money on this car and I'm still paying it off. Well, we need to transition as a people for for our existence, for our children's existence, for the next generation's existence, and not just for our existence, but to protect the sanctity of Mother Earth and all the different species and life that was created. It doesn't have to be, selfishly all about humans. This is a diverse place. It was created with a magical amount of diversity. So, if there is a God, the Creator made something with so many different life forms and beauty that it must want it all protected. I don't think the Creator made this place to destroy. And we've got to a point with is it 8 billion, 8 billion people, where we're destroying it because there's so many of us and our capabilities of machinery and chemicals and waste product. And yeah, it's sad, but we can do better as a people. And what you do as an individual is important, but what we do as a people is more important. It makes more of a impact. We've got to get away from plastics. Everything's in plastic, and that doesn't go away. And do I have the answer? No, I do not have the answer, but we can find an answer. We can find an answer. We, the people, can find an answer to plastic and to poverty and to global warming and to inequality and to everything. I might have said poverty twice because that may be the biggest problem as human beings, making some stay an existence, not thriving, just surviving. Sad, 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 and we have to stop that. And probably a living wage. What's a living wage? $25 an hour. Is $25 an hour 40,000 a year? Is 40,000 a year? Is that a living wage? Lots of people would say, "Man, I can't buy a house at 40,000. I can't hardly." So when you say $25 an hour, what is that? That's oh, I can do this. Is that 1,000 a week? 50. Oh, okay. $25 an hour would be $52,000 a year, right? Something like that. Is that a living wage? Can you buy a house on that? And most people would say no, you can't. So when you have billionaires and people with $100 billion and people making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, just think of the people that are making $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year, and you can say, well, I deserve what I have, and they deserve that, and you're going to create a really bad society for you to live in, for everybody. You're going to create a very unequal, unhappy, uncivilized. Our inequality, the level of our inequality is uncivilized, and we seem to be accepting of that. And the rich people are pretty happy with, where they are, and they're not big on fighting inequality. They're more trying to keep the level of their wealth or increase it. We can all be selfish. We can all be selfish. Me too, all of us, thinking of ourselves. If you ask somebody, you want $10 million or 20 million, almost everybody says, "Oh, well, I want 20 million." Why is that? What? Why not just take 10 million? Oh, because 20 is more, and I can do more. And it's just, I don't know. It's a sad human trait that we've learned. We can learn more communal and compassionate and giving and humble traits as well. We can learn whatever we want, especially because our hearts are so good. We can open our hearts and maybe just learn to be good people that's already here, loving your family and just making that circle bigger and bigger and bigger, and loving the earth. Uh, the seeds are already here. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That's where I started. That's where I need to end. Thankful, thankful. I'm here. We're here. All this beauty is here. The chance to be good and make a better place. I'm thankful for this day.